Marcus, can you check whether I'm in the frame? Am I in the frame?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I'm in the frame. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming again. I hope you all had a good week. Okay. And I hope you all practice what I taught last week. Just a quick revision, very fast. Last week I taught 4 methods. Okay. Marcus, can you remember? Maybe Marcus last. Winnie, can you tell me one of the methods that I taught?
2 inhale, 1 hold.
Huh?
2 inhale, 1 hold.
Okay, 2 inhale,
Exhale.
1 hold. Yeah, okay. And then?
Word. The word.
Yes, the 6 syllables. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Alvin.
Om.
Yeah, then Marcus, your turn.
The 3A.
Huh?
The 3A, right?
No. 3A is part of the reading method. What is the 4th method that I taught? The first class?
Belly.
The counting method.
And the belly.
Huh?
4 seconds.
Belly is considered.
The 2 method and 1 hold. 2 in breath and 1 hold.
And then the belly. Belly breathing.
The dominant
The
one,
dominant.
yeah. That is the part of the
Part of the 2 and
hold. You remember? Okay, so I revised, quick revision. The counting method is one of the most simple methods, okay, in meditation. You cannot fall asleep, you have insomnia, something troubling you. Instead of counting sheeps, a lot of people count sheeps, huh? We count breath. Okay, if you are meditated, you count breath. By counting your own breath, okay, you actually relax gradually, and then you can go to sleep easily. This is very important because it gives yourself a space. Remember, I keep saying about a space. We are all caught up in our own rat race. And this space is important. Giving us a space between whatever that's bothering us or whatever that we are doing, okay, actually stopped all our negative emotion for further progressing. Give you an example. I'm going to quote Alvin, okay? He drives, and then somebody cuts his lane. The first thing he will, all the vulgar will come out, okay? But if he could control, okay, he takes 1 breath, and he takes the 2nd breath, and he takes the 3rd breath, okay? There goes all the negative thoughts. So giving yourself a space between the incident that happened and the reaction that you're going to go the next, rather than we continuously, instantaneously respond, which is the wrong thing to do, okay? Because a lot of mistakes in life, a lot of regret in life of our actions are because we didn't give this space. So meditation gives you a way to keep a space. So counting is one of the best methods, easily. 1, 2, 3. Now, the second method I taught was abdominal and chest breathing, which is a 2 in breath, hold, and exhale. That is very important too. So, you are in a situation where you are very frustrated, you are very tired, okay, you are very stressed, okay, you take in 1 breath, just 1 breath with the 2 in breath in and hold and 1 out, okay, using your abdomen, your chest, okay. Okay, you actually relax your body again. Remember, I also go on to emphasize which part of the body to relax and how do you do that. In very short, I completed that part because those were from the first course, and for those people who have attended the course, I hope they have actually practiced this. But for the new people who join our class, this is like a new to you, so I took back and teach that method. of course, the third method is the seed word method or the seed syllabus method. Now, the seed syllabus method is very different from adding on emotion to the seed. You use a word like joy. You use a word like happy. Okay, just the word. Don't put any judgment to it. Just use that word. Now, why do you use the kind of seed word? It plants, okay, and ground into your body. Why do I call it a seed word or a seed syllabus? The seed is actually planted inside you. Okay, so if you plant a seed of anger, okay, you will be, of course, be angry. If you plant a seed of kindness, hopefully the seed will grow and you become kind. You plant a seed of joy, joy will grow. So don't need to put any emotion to the joy or whatever word. Just plant a seed that you're happy with. Okay, maybe you like the word gratitude, okay, which is a little bit long, or the word compassion. I normally like to use single syllable word, so I call it a single syllable word. Now, in yoga, we use a lot of seed syllable word too. We use Om, we use Hom, we use Kri. Okay, so the Buddhists also adapt some of this Vedic practice. Okay, and the Buddhists also have seed syllabus. So although they don't understand what is the meaning of the seed syllabus, because they are in Sanskrit, okay, they actually have some transformative power in us. But well, since this is a non-secular class, this is a class where everybody is from different religion, we just use a very simple method like seed syllabus. The fourth method is the Om method. Now, the Om method is a very ancient yoga method, Vedic method. Vedic in that sense, remember I talked about the history. I don't know whether you all went into the Facebook that I put on the internet, and it talks about the history of yoga. And Vedic or the Vedians are actually the first who came out with the idea of meditation very, very long ago, as old as the Babylonians, 5000 BC, I think. So here it is. Om is a universal word. It has a lot of meaning, or it can also have no meaning. But the pronunciation of the word Om, if you get it right, it resonates in your body. That means if you Om correctly, you actually resonates in your body. And the word Om, right, is a form of healing in the yoga practice. So since, well, this is a yoga class, we have to learn something about yoga and yoga is about the union of the body, the mind, and our actions. Okay, yoga to a lot of people is just doing stretching. That's not yoga. Stretching alone is not yoga. The synchronization of the union of the mind, the body, and our speech is yoga. Hi, come on in. Sure. So here it is. Importantly, I think yoga means a practice of uniting and harmonizing everything in our body. Most of the time, we call it the autopilot mode. What is the autopilot mode? When we drive, right? Sit anywhere. Sit in front. Sit here. Yeah. So no problem. So when you really do yoga, this union of the mind, the body, and your actions must be synchronized and in harmony. A lot of people do asanas, you know, that the poses that they make, and they forgot the true purpose of yoga. The whole thing they did is, you know what they did? They just pose. So I call that a poser. You know, I see a lot of good yoga instructor, okay? But when I talk about the Yoga Sutra, they look at me and say, what are you talking about? Because the basis of the yoga is the Yoga Sutra. I mean, the New Age one is Yoga Sutra. Actually, not that new. The Yoga Sutra is actually 2,500 years old and still being practiced today. And if you read the Yoga Sutra, I suggest everybody read the Yoga Sutra. At the end of the last yoga is meditation. So only after you completed all the other forms of yoga, then you do meditation. But let's go forward and do the form of meditation. So we welcome Elizabeth, who just joined us. She missed our first class. So you could get all my notes actually in Facebook. I added a private group, and all the notes from previous and this class will be in the book. And all the things that I've said are also documented there. Like for example, if I talk about history of yoga, actually there is a printout of history of yoga. You can actually get all the information there. So last week we did 4 methods, a quick revision. There is counting method, okay, the breathing method, which is the 2 in breath and 1 out breath, 2 in breath, hold and 1 out breath. And the third method is actually the Om method. The fourth method is actually the 6 syllables method. A bit of catching up to do, but it's okay, we will continue. So, shall we first practice the, as a quick revision, okay, the counting method. The counting method is very important, as I said, for the purpose of Elizabeth, is to let us get in sync with ourselves by counting. And normally, we count in a minute, okay? If you can do it in a minute, keep counting, focus on your in breath and your out breath. When you count 1, is your in breath, out. 2 is again your in breath and out. So you calm your bodies down, you relax your body. Shall we do that? I'm going to start the timer. Let's do 3 minutes of that. And let's see how many of the in breath, out breath you can count in 3 minutes. Maybe, Kathy, you can help me getting the gong. Okay. In the meantime, I'm trying to look for my silly. Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot. We will begin now. Close your eyes. Take it slowly. In any breathing method that you do, just breathe normally. Count the number of breaths in 3 minutes. Relax. Straighten your spine. There you go, 3 minutes. Okay, how many breaths did you take? Shani, how many breaths did you take for training? 15. Elizabeth, how many? Marcus, how many?
13.
13. Elizabeth, how many? We didn't count, okay. Okay, so try to count, use the counting method. So these people actually have come for the first class. I think they practice. Winnie, how many did you take?
20.
20. Very good, actually. Me? Didn't count also. Lost count. Okay. So, it's okay. The counting method, actually the counting method is one of the more relaxing methods because it's a freestyle. You don't have to control your breath. You don't have to do whatever. You just breathe normally and then you count, right? So a lot of people counting halfway are really lost already, right? So that's okay because if you're going to fall asleep, right, that's a good method to count. The second method that I taught was the 6-syllable method, right? A 6-syllable means you plant a seed in your body. It's especially important for people who are in difficult situation, in depression, in emotional upset, which you don't have. If you have, it's okay, let me know. You can still handle that, okay, in this class. The purpose of it is planting a happy seed. I use the word joy, okay? You can use any other word to use for happy. So if you are, Elizabeth, if you find that you are not comfortable sitting just flat, the best way is actually get a yoga pad like this and put at your back, okay? And then, okay, you put your leg here. You can stretch your leg. In my class, you don't need to do this. You can do this, okay? I'm a little bit because I have a gong here, so I can do this, okay? I can do any form that you like. So it's not about posture, it's more about getting you into meditation. A lot of people get into the meditation stage without even knowing how to start. But this, I teach the foundation, and I want every one of you to know the foundation. So the 6 syllables is a breathing of a word. We plant a seed. We don't judge the seed. We have no emotion to the seed. We just want the seed to grow inside. It's just planting seed. So every breath we take, we plant a seed. So the seed I take joy. I hope everybody also try to use the word joy. Then we can all be in one class. And breathe in. Think of the word joy. Joy. And then out. We'll try that for 1 minute now. Okay? This time my timer works. There you go. So if you repeat this exercise in a day, you continue to plant positive seed in your body. And by planting positive seed in your body, a lot of people ask me, does that mean I will not be sad? Does that mean I will not be angry? Actually, no, it doesn't. But hopefully, when you are angry or when you are sad, because you have planted this seed in your body, this seed will grow. This seed will help you shorten your time of anger and shorten your time of sadness. For example, okay, you plant a durian tree. Okay? You plant a durian seed, and the durian seed became a durian tree. Of course, the durian tree will not give you mango. If you plant a seed of anger, you hope to get happiness out of it, forget it. Okay? So you will of course get a fruit of anger, right? So, but by planting a happy seed and a positive seed, you are like planting roses. Okay? So when your smelly durian ripens, your rose also grows. Okay? And hopefully the rose will cover and soften and reduce the smelliness of the durian. I'm saying that because I don't eat durian. Okay? But for those who like durian, sorry, use another example. Okay? But here it is. The idea is very simple. The positive seed in your body helps us get better. Now, I know this because I am a researcher, I am a biomedical person, I'm a pharmacist by first training, and I see patients in my line of work. People who have dementia, okay? People who's going towards dementia, before they have dementia, the first sign is depression. And why do they have depression? They will only remember the sad part of life. Correct, you're right. You know, if you ask people, how many happy things do you have in your life? They will count, and maybe up to one finger. But if you tell them and ask them, what are the things that make you unhappy? Oh dear, even count until all the toes are counted, they still can go on and on. So, we tend to forget our happy event, and we never forget our negative event. So life is about emotion, life is about stories. The emotions that we attach to the stories. If you can dissociate your stories with your emotion, okay, you are successful. How do you do that? That is, give a space between the emotion and the stories. Stories are events of your life. I give the example. Somebody cut into your lane, somebody harm you, somebody beat you on the back. Those are all stories. Okay? When you react to the emotion, that's where you suffer. For reacting to the car that caught in, you get your anger in, pump. Immediately you get so angry with this person. You don't even know who he is. You don't even know what happened. You don't know whether this person is actually rushing to the hospital or going to mother dying, father dying, whatever story that they have. You relate the story, you react to it, pump. You get into suffering. You start to suffer. But you space, remember space? You separate the emotion into stories. That's where you succeed. That's where your counting of the breath come in, the 3 breath comes in, okay, the 6 syllables come in. So I teach in the first class, very important, very basic, and that's the whole purpose of this. So today we will explore this further, okay? Now I say about emotions, we talk about stories, right? Everybody got it clear? Any question so far? That the events in life are stories. Actually, they are all stories, you know. If you don't put an emotion into any of your life event, they are all stories. But you know what we like to do? We like to put emotions into stories. And by putting emotion into stories, we are happy. Oh, the birth of a child. The death of a loved one. So that is an emotion and a story. If you dissociate this story and the emotion, it's nothing. Do you know how many people die a day? Are you sad if someone you don't know died? A lot of people are very sad about what happened in Israel. A lot of people are very sad what happened in Ukraine. I am too. But I tell myself, there's nothing I can do about it. If I can do something, I'll do something. Rather than to feel sad. So let's take a space between the emotion and the stories. And if you can rationalize between emotion and story at that space is your mindfulness practice. If you are going to do this, okay, rather than get emo all your life, okay, relate to this, relate to what I say.